Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. There's been flipping craziness over here. I started recording this. I didn't actually do any cards or anything, thankfully. Because then all of a sudden, I realised I left me beverage all the way over there, and I can't even reach all the way over there. I can reach barely there, and it's like, and it's, I'm like, that's miles away. I need my comfort blanket. But there we go. It's all fine and dandy, and I've saved the day once again. Don't worry. I don't need the I don't need the praise. I'm all right. So this is a question that came in beautifully and expertly, may I say, via the comments section down below, where you can suggest future readings as well. From Jay, I believe it is. J-Day, hello. Hi, you right? Now, J-Day, with 15 upvotes, says, hi, Gigi. Hello. Hi, J-Day. I don't know where this voice has come from, but I've committed and we're going with it. I've asked before, but not yet been lucky. I'm sorry, my sweet pea. I do apologise. I don't know what to say. Sorry? I suddenly feel guilty. I don't know why. But today is your lucky day, J-Day. They continue. Please can you do a reading on the plight of the farmers as 2026 April, the deadline, approaches. Many thanks. Oh, thank you very much indeed. I don't know where that voice went by the end there. It went all over the place, didn't it? But don't blame me. It's clearly J-Day's got a little bit of a nasal cold. Shut up. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But thank you very much indeed, and thank you to the 15 upvotes. As people know, Erin Dawes and I are still trying to crunch the numbers to try and work out a situation to, because obviously, and thank you very much for everyone's kind words and everything else, that Erin Dawes became redundant on Monday, along with all their staff and stuff like that. Well, I should say colleagues, apart from two, to close down the company. They basically got taxed to oblivion, is what I could gather from now, talking amongst other people and stuff like that. Since, mainly because they've got nothing better to do because they've lost their jobs. But basically, thanks, Reeves. We've been crunching the numbers and we're trying to sort stuff out, and we're trying to see how we can make it to the farm, the homestead, the small holding, whatever you want to call it, quicker than we had previously been budgeting for, been planning for, that kind of thing. One kind of blessing, I will say, is that I did personally fall in love with a piece of land that I was like, it's perfect. This is perfect. From the satellite view, from the street view, it's a couple of hours away that I haven't visited it yet. But I am half tempted this weekend. I need to kind of talk to Erin Dawes about whether or not we're gonna put some petrol in the car and off we go on a little bit of a day trip to see some mud. Come on, love, let's get in the car, bring the dog, let's go and travel 100 odd miles to see some mud. Come on, love, let's go. So yeah, I've got a bit of a vested interest in this. Obviously, I'm not in it at the moment, but that's where we're heading. So yes, and I have also said to the elite members, and I'll open it up to you beautiful people as well in comments down below, ideas, concepts, possibilities of how we could kind of fundraise the gap of to try and get the deposit down and all that kind of stuff ready for the farm. Like I said, we're a couple of years a bit too soon, but let's see what happens. So if you've got any ideas about how we can fundraise that kind of thing, comment down below. That'd be very kind indeed. Thank you. So. And thank you to everybody who signs up to the elite members, because that is really helping us out a lot. Thank you very muchly indeed. So, what are the farmers gonna, what's happening? What's the plight of the farmers right now as we're heading towards the deadline of April 2026? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be appreciative, yes. And notice how the Met can randomly block, change, agreed things within 24 hours of a prearranged, pre-agreed protest of the farmers, and arrest people and stuff like that. When they want to. Just saying, all those excuses, West Midlands and that kind of thing. Oh, I can't do that. All reasons, excuses, blah, blah, blah stuff. But when you want to, you can, and you do. Yeah, it's almost as if you've got, I don't know, favourites. I don't know. I just saying. Universe, infinite growth, infinite possibilities, infinite. Excellent start. Many opportunities, many possibilities. Okay, this is lovely. Leveling up, that kind of stuff. One of the 4 extra cards in this deck that we refer to as the Epic Arcana. Star card, divinely guided. Wow, North Star, superb. This feels like, so this is farmers, definitely. I'm sensing mud. I'm sensing red diesel. I'm sensing ploughing. You can take that any way you want. But this feels like obviously it's a Knight of Pentacles. When I put this down, it felt like some sort of bribe, some sort of offer, some sort of extension, some form of sitting down, trying to work it out, that kind of thing. It felt kind of fondling with the situation. And then we've got the 10 of Wands. Yes, because they're burdened. They've got a burden here. So this side is definitely labour, that kind of thing. This side here is very much the farmers. Okay. I'm not saying anyone in particular because it's Labour right now, and we've predicted quite frequently this transition. There is definitely something building up here. If you're on the elite side, I was talking about 3 specific things that are going on simultaneously. I keep seeing 3 parallel lines now. Maybe I've just been staring at the Excel spreadsheet a bit too long. Either way, it's like there's 3 parallel kind of events happening at the same time. And it's just like tick tock, here we go. So this is Labour, whoever takes over. All right. 6 of Cups, beautiful, going to traditional farming, that kind of thing. Okay. 5 of Cups between the 2 parties, regret, grief, upset, spilled milk. How can we build bridges again? That kind of thing. That's lovely between the 2. We've also got 4 of Wands, trying to get a celebration, a win, happy home, 11-11, make a wish kind of thing. So this side, Labour, are desperately trying to get a win here because they know everybody's on their side, farmers' side, everyone. I have not met one person who is not with the farmers. So it's pretty much they've done screwed up. 2 of Wands, plotting, planning, scheming, that kind of stuff. I think this offer, this proposal, shall we say, on this snapshot of the foundation reading, does need review. And that's what I'm getting from the plotting, planning, scheming. I'm sensing there is like legalese crap involved. And that's why there's this plotting, planning, scheming, discovery, finding out, that kind of stuff. 2 of Cups. We want to work together. oh, well, please come, blah, 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 building bridges again. Yeah, like we were saying. And then right at the end, Four of Cups, reviewing the situation. Is this enough? Overarching energy, devil's in the detail. Underlying energy, hangman, they're done stuck. Caught up is what I'm getting here. Screwed over. The evidence doesn't lie, basically. I think the main issue here, from the Labour point of view, is that they didn't realise how much of a strong hand the farmer industry and the farmers have with the population, majority of the population. And that's why it almost feels like with this burden here, they see it, Labour sees this as a quick win. We can just offer them like something to kind of make it easier, that kind of stuff. And then the farmers are almost like with the Four of Cups here, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but this is kind of a, yes, it's the knight, but it feels as if like it's only half a back pedal. It's not a full. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying that they're kind of like resting on their laurels a bit. They've reviewed it. They've got legal experts, that kind of stuff. I was like, nah. Yeah. Basically doing to Labour what, junior doctors, all the other unions have done. They're like, nah, it's not enough. This is ridiculous. Hello, there's a microphone there. Don't touch it. Shh. It's almost, I would say that this is something along the lines of bartering, in the sense of, well, you say that we have to do this rewilding and X amount of land and this, that, and the other, and all that kind of stuff, jumping through so many hoops. You've put so much stuff. DEFRA is mad and crazy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is not only we want more of an offer, plus a whole review of DEFRA, as an example, a whole review of the industry, a whole review of this control freak crazy that you've been doing, and chipping away. We can't, as an example, we can't be in the fields because we're spending most of our day in front of a computer, or like if anyone's seen Clarkson's Farm, trying to call a call center on hold, waiting for to do something, to do the paperwork, whatever it may be. So there is a lot here that like they're trying to build this bridge again and it's not working. They're not easily led, if you get me. So interesting. This is interesting. I like this. I like this energy, but this is going to be kind of squeaky bum time, kind of like maybe end of February. Because they think that because the deadline's running up, they can pressure kind of energy. But they have no control over this. They're burdened. They're buggered. Yeah. This side, they want things back to where they were. They've reviewed this and they want more for their issues and stuff like that. To make the industry much easier to manage. That kind of energy. So let's go and use the prediction deck here to find out a little bit more, to get the gossip, and then we'll have an outcome at the end to find out what is going on and what will happen at this moment. While I'm doing this, because we make sure that you can see that I am shuffling, I'm not stacking the deck or anything like that. Please take this opportunity to subscribe, tingling that bell and all that jazz. Thummy, that'd be lovely. And if you have the opportunity, which it seems like it's just on mobile devices, You can hype as well if you have the opportunity. And comment down below if you're reading along. That'd be very, very nice indeed. But I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. This is feeling... they weren't expecting the pressure to still be on. That's the thing. So I'm really excited about where this is going. This feels good. Yeah, this feels bouncy and positive, and this feels kind of like about bloody time, to be honest with you. Okay, one more after this, and I think we're there. Okay, one more, and then we'll cut the deck. Doo-ba-doo. And off we go. So, duties. Exactly. This is beautiful. This is lovely. I feel like this is like, we're not just growing food, but we're looking after the countryside. We're like cutting the bushes. We're doing all sorts, making sure that the waterways are clear, blah, blah, blah. We're doing quite a lot for what we do. Kind of energy. Yeah, and reminding people about that. Star card. This bombardment, mosquito, bombardment. This irritant that won't go away because it's divinely guided. They are doing God's work, God, Spirit, Universe, whatever you want to call them. Love it. Love that. Very, very nice indeed. Okay. This constant bombardment, this irritant that won't go away. Perfect. Excellent. Love it. Knight of Pentacles. Evidence of a scandal. Oh dear. And distraction, illusion, trying to spin it. Ain't going to happen. You see what I'm saying? This irritant won't go away. They do more than like, they just grow food. What's the problem? And we import a hell of a lot, and it's so expensive because of how's that EU? You remember the Starmer? We've excuse me, that was a bit too high. Demented Zippy, focus. Demented Zippy. Walking people. There we go. Walking people breakfast club. We've got 3 trade deals, working people. We've got one from America that hasn't been filled out yet. We've got one with India, which nothing seems to have come of it. And we've got working people. We've got one with the EU, which nothing has been filled out or nothing's come of it. But working people, 3 deals, that's working people. This is, this feels as, I'm getting reminded of what they did with the fishermen very quickly as a bartering tool for another 12 years or whatever it was, giving away our waters and preventing industry to reform here. Which I've never understood, because if you allow the industry to reform, that's many transactions, there's many people employed, that's multiple kind of ships out in the field and stuff like that, and the waters and thingamabobs and stuff. You get what I'm saying? It's just like very bizarre. And then the industries will have to come here to get their fish. Yeah? But it's something like that. They've sold them out. To pressure them in some way, shape or form. And the evidence is clear. Distraction here away from the burden. Yeah. 6 of Cups. Holding power. Exactly. Notice the crowns over here. They're in the right. They're in their power. The farmers are on the groove. They're all right. Okay. They're in the zone. Beautiful. Chef kiss. Mwah. 5 of Cups. We have resigns from office. Exactly. Remember, the narrative is changing. This is, like I said, this is Labour. This is not the usual suspects right now. Because I don't think that, to be honest with you, I don't think they'll be there by then. But the pressure is on. Grieving, they're not doing their job. Rejection, have to move on, that kind of stuff. 4 of Wands. Celebration success. See what I mean? There's definitely a celebration this side of Labour where they think they've got they've done enough. Do you see what I mean? They think they've done enough. But we know that they lie. And I love the fact in the last 24 hours or so since the budget, all media are piling on the pressure that Starmer lies constantly, frequently. The manifesto, the amount of podcasts and stuff on Thursday that were talking about like counting them. Count the ways of how many things have been broken in the manifesto. Suddenly, they're actually reading through it and ticking them off one by one. You know, I think we're up to 4 or 5 right now. It's that kind of thing. So the change is on, but the celebration here feels hollow somehow. It's like with the illusion here, it feels like it's a spin. It's not full on, as it were. They're holding the power, remember, right? 2 of Wands, business tycoon. So this is some sort of land grab. Going back to whatever this is here. The reason why I'm saying that is that this person could be BlackRock, could be Microsoft, or Bill Gates, I should say. Certain people have been promised that they'll get access to cheap land and that kind of stuff, and suddenly they're miffed off. This plotting, planning, scheming, the legal people, whatever, they're pointing here. This evidence connects them. Because it's all about connections recently, if you remember. In the last couple of weeks, I've been bashing on about connections. It's all coming together. And exposing people for it. 2 of Cups. Tech AI. This partnership, this 2 of Cups. It feels as if this whole plan down here, resting on their laurels, public burnout, just twice. So this here is the scandal. This here, cheap land, wind farms, solar panels, that kind of stuff, land grab to build these data centers that won't be able to run because of this, that, and the other. Multitude of different ways pushing people off land. They're literally, this kind of evidence of scandal is very much, the energy I'm getting is like what the Americans did to what are they called? They're not Indians. That's not allowed. What are they called? Native Americans. That's it. Sorry, I do apologize. But it's that kind of push them off the land, that kind of thing. There is going to be a hell of a lot of evidence proving this, and then all of a sudden, this is scuppered. Overarching energy returns to normal. How many times does this card keep coming out? This is like this whole kind of huge pylon, this phenomenal kind of crazy. It finally returns to normal. Beautiful. Underlying energy, planned outcome. This is this down here, the exposure. This is amazing. This is amazing turn of events. We've still got this split. I'm really liking this. This is a really good energy here. This is going to be the celebrate. I'm still keep coming back. You know what? Let's get my dinky deck out very quickly. Dinky deck. Let's have a look. Can we clarify the 4 of Wands and the celebration success cards, please? 4 Wands, celebration success, please. For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be appreciative. Yes, please. So, it feels as if it's hollow, though. It's like a 5 of Swords kind of hollow victory, and then it bounces back, if you get me. That's the energy I'm getting. Ace of Cups, the offer, heartbreak. Got to make a decision. Over 5 of Cups again. This is whole burnt out, this grieving, this whole craziness, desperately trying to offer. Yeah? Also, very interesting that 5 and 6, obviously, 5 and ace equals 6 of cups, which is over here. They're trying to mount it. Yeah. Underlying energy, the offer. So they think they're celebrating because they think they've got it sorted. And like I said, this explosion of data and information and expose, as it were. I think this is a major turn of events. This is kind of it's almost as if, because it is definitely hollow victory. It feels very kind of like they can try and keep face. I'm not surprised. Well, I would be surprised, actually, even though it's on Labour side. Like, the celebration is from you and me. Like, the farmers won. They're exposing what's going on down here, trying to get the cheap land, that kind of thing. All that cray-cray. It's like, it's huge. This chain of events here, it feels huge. So bear with me for a little bit. Right, outcome to the reading. Outcome to the reading, please. Thank you very much. Right. Eight of Swords. Trapped. That doesn't feel like farmers, though. Page of Swords. That feels like, I was going to say a Clarkson, but down here, I was looking down here, not necessarily at the business, like they're involved. I'm not saying they are down here, but while I was shuffling and I was just reviewing the energy and stuff like that, I kept getting kind of like James Dyson as a figurehead, kind of calling out the situation. Foundations, new foundations, manifesting. Nine of Swords. Interesting that we like maths again. Whatever this is, Labour really have underestimated. Because like I said, the call out here, we've got the new foundations we're building. We've taken a beat. We've contemplated with the Four of Cups. We're now building new foundations. This is what we want to manifest, blah, blah, blah. So it's almost like these sides are flipped. This is someone completely different. Like I said, it could be a Clarkson, James Dyson, somebody who is in the farming industry, who's got a voice, calling out the BS. They're now trapped because it's exposed. Page of Pentacles, the offer again. Wish coming true. But they've the amount of credibility, very loosely, it's like over. They're compromised. Got to make a choice. Temperance, balancing out. So it all works out in the end. Celebrations, underlying energy, but the choice has got to be made. I can't remember. This is ages ago, and I don't remember if it was with the farmers or not. But I'm being reminded of a reading that we've done months ago. And you guys will remember, because you're brilliant like that. Comment down below if you do remember. Where the first offer is the dummy offer. The second offer is what the farmers should have. Yeah? Out of principle. Don't take the dummy contract. Only a dummy signs the dummy contract, the first contract. So with the Page of Pentacles, which is basically the Knight of Pentacles, we've had basically the third time it's come out, the offer. The fact it's offered again to the farmers, it just feels as if it feels as if that this, similar to what's happened to the budget, there'll be an event that this information comes out, right? And then it's going to be a constant bombardment. Labour will not be able to get away from it, whoever it is. Obviously, because they're trapped. Yeah, I get it. But I mean, every interview, like we've seen all day on Thursday, every interview with Reeves and Stuttery Starmer, everyone's holding them accountable and they don't know what to do. They clearly, the fact where Stuttery Starmer almost lost his temper with that Bev Rigby woman on Sky News I saw. And it's like, this is the most, like, anything you've ever done in, like, a couple of years. And you're losing your temper because you've been called out, you pleb. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not getting angry for the right reasons. It's because you're being called out for your own actions. You know, you see what I mean? It's similar here, especially with the Two of Pentacles. It's like they don't, like, it's almost like overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. Normally it's like topsy-turvy, trying to balance, which is lovely that we've got the Temperance at the bottom here to balance it out. It's lovely. However, it's like overwhelmed. They've shown their true colours between now, which we have had this week, and it just continues. This rebranding, like this new leaders, whatever, we've predicted this before, isn't enough. People want a general election. You had your chance. Now it's someone else's turn. Yeah, it ain't going to be Conservatives. We know that, right? They had their chance. And it's very, very simple. And I appreciate if you don't agree with it or not or whatever, you know, different opinions, blah, blah, blah. But as a general rule, with the amount of votes that have happened, 5 votes, including Brexit, people want the borders to be secure. It's very simple. Even I, a complete numpty, can understand that, right? I got the gist, right? You didn't have to keep doing it. Yeah, I got the gist. So, stop the boats. They didn't stop. The Conservatives have gone. Labour smashed the gangs. No gangs have been smashed. You ain't done enough. Off you go. Do you see what I mean? Everyone's going to continue down this route until someone actually does it. Rightly or wrongly, you agree or otherwise, but that's basically it. And that's what we're getting here with the Two of Pentacles. That sort of energy. Stop causing fights elsewhere to distract from the clear, all you have to do is stop the boats, smash the gangs, whatever it is. That's all you have to do. And close the hotels. But that's all you have to do. That's the number one priority. And then you'd win and it'll be fine. And you could pretty much, if Labour literally done that straight off the bat, instead of worrying about winter fuels and all that kind of stuff and you know, coming clean about lying to waspy women and all that jazz. And they literally actively stopped the boats. They would get, like, pretty much carte blanche, wouldn't they? They would they could do anything they wanted. Oh, we've got a footnote that's plopped out. Because they'd done what they said they were going to do. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and they wonder why they're at so bad situation as I record this. It's bizarre how stupid these people are. It's so obvious. I just don't. Oh dear. You gotta laugh. You do. So Kipper deck here. We've got a footnote that plopped out while I was shuffling. Let's see what we got here. But the wish coming true is lovely. I love the fact how we started off with this hollow victory and then they're trapped by it. It's their worst nightmare. They're trapped because they've been shown up. Journey, privileged lady, courtship. We had the Two of Cups down here, didn't we? Poverty, despair. Ooh. And we have marriage, leveling up again. So we've got, like, grief. We've got the Five of Cups so many times, which is basically despair, isn't it? The grief, the focusing on spilt milk, that kind of thing. being called out. This journey, feels like time, like the deadline, end of February. Oh, you've only got March to sort this out. Here is some bribes, like they've done with the prescriptions and like holding rail tickets, freezing there. Ooh, oh great, and like other trinkets which don't work. This feels like a timeline. Yeah, this courtship over here feels like expectation. Ooh, feels as if it's what we got down here. The Two of Cups. Oh, it's Two of Wands. Sorry, this down here where it's like the plotting, planning, scheming, kind of working, clubbing together. The fact they're doubling down, going from the courtship to marriage. Privileged lady just feels like Labour in general. Think they can get away with it, can do anything they want, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm very... There's something else here. Let me just move those over there. There's something else here that I'm not quite... I'm trying to pick up with the privileged lady, and it's like... It's like the usual suspects. For some reason, like Sky News, ITV News, LBC, blah, blah, blah. Even LBC was slagging off Labour and stuff today, which was like on Thursday, I should say. Which I rather enjoyed. Obviously, it wasn't James O'Brien. One, because I could barely cope with him for like a little kind of snippet of his like a short YouTube short or something. Because he's just a moron. He's an arrogant moron, and I'm surprised that he has any kind of benefits in his life at all. You know what I mean? Any sort of... He just looks like a very angry person. Yeah? Unlike Labour, it's somebody else's fault. You know, it's just so bitter about everything from a privileged point of view. You know what I mean? He's just a privileged white man, isn't he? Someone needs to... Kimmy, can you go and... You've done Reeves. Can you go on and tell a few home truths for James O'Brien, please? That would be lovely. I'd be very entertained. Schedule, calm, collaboration. Two more. Stressed. This is a desire, it feels like. So everything's to plan. So like, and the collaboration which we saw here with the business tycoons, and we've got that feels like multiple, and the tech, AI, technology in general, using the land for, you know, benefits kind of thing. What benefits others, allegedly. But they're stressing out. And the desire is exposed because there's evidence of scandal. Loss, overarching energy, underlying energy, awkward. The blind card is just like going into madness without realizing it. Yeah? Going back to this arrogance. They don't see it coming, basically. But it does feel like there's a coalition, I will say. It's not just farmers. It's legalese. It's kind of industry leaders, that kind of thing. It feels like the pressure, once this is exposed, suddenly the what's the word I'm looking for? The rebalancing of the relationship between the farmers and Labour happens. Suddenly, and this is a technical term, Labour turns into the farmer's biatch. That's what I'm getting here. especially with the manifesting card here and the new foundations, the new kind of stability. Now everyone knows about the evidence. Everybody knows about the scandal. Everybody knows about this dodgy deal with allegedly BlackRock, maybe Bill Gates, so on and so forth. That sort of ilk. And the loss here is pretty much their stability, Labour's stability. So yeah, which I think. And I'll put this as an asterisk. We'll put it on the record. We'll see if this is connected and that kind of thing. This is one of the reasons why the next leader, the downfall, because they were there in the room when this was discussed. So, for example, if it was a West Streeting, Angela Rayner, it doesn't matter. They were part of the cabinet. They were part of the team that agreed with it. They had the secret meetings, that kind of thing, with these business tycoon types, and now it's the egg is on their face as well. They're getting their karma now. Okay, so yes, it looks good. It's going to be a bit of a squeaky bum time, like I said, end of February, maybe the last 2 weeks of February, kind of building up into kind of this scandal. And they reckon the peer pressure of the time, the deadline of bringing it in at April is enough to get it over. But there's so much, and it eventually, finally, the media catches up and starts spieling it about. So, yes. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here for now. So it's going to be painful, but the outcome's sexy. Balancing out with the temperance. I'll leave that there. All right. So it will sort itself out, and everything returns to normal. Okay, so have faith. All right. So I'll leave this here for now. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell. Come and join the greatest good village, because it takes a village to support everybody, and that is what we do. Like and hype and comment and YouTube things. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again. Take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.